Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 127, Night Force, Jason, Shockwave, FARIA, and Night Pursuit. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 127, the Night Force, Jason, Shockwave, FARIA, and Night Pursuit Cycle. This thing was just a I can't wait to get it moment. I loved the Night Force Shockwave as a kid with the Real American Hero line, and now to have him in the classified version, it's just, wow, he looks great just looking at it. I had to admire him some when I opened up the box, and I was just like, wow. So I think this is going to be, 3 in a row, back to back to back, much anticipated figures of 2025. Starting out with Jinx, yesterday with Beachhead, and then today is going to be the Night Force Shockwave. So alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at the box. As you can see, a nice big windowed packaging. He has a ton of accessories in here, so that is super cool. I love the way the box looks, man. I mean, when I see these, if I ever get to see them in the store, I'm just gonna look at it and be like, man, that just looks great. How can a kid or an adult just look at this and be like, I'm gonna pass on it? I don't know, but this is just great looking. Anyway, get a little bit of a close-up. You can see the Ram cycle repainted to the Night Pursuit, which is something new, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. You see you got 3 different guns over here, a couple of knives, a pistol. He's got a steel core, I guess you want to call it, helmet. New backpack. Finally, we get a backpack with our Shockwave. Here's the Gatling gun for the side of the Ram, or sorry, Night Pursuit. And he's got his little drone up here. Very cool. At the top, you got 127 and stripes of star. On the side, you got some stats. Try to raise that a bit so you can see them. QR code right shown. Around to the back, there's a nice toy photography photo. You notice there's some dark energon crystals coming out of this cave back here. Also cool to see that again. You got some gauges on the bike itself. The Night Force logo. Logo on the side of his shoulder. Stats again. On this side, you got some nice looking artist rendering. It looks great. So now, without further ado, we are going to pop this open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. All right, much anticipated. Super excited for this one. So, I remember being a kid, and I think my grandmother would take me and my cousin to Toys R Us, and she was like, oh, look, they have these 2-packs. You guys can, get one and you'll split it. And I was like, oh. Unfortunately, I didn't get Shockwave. My cousin did, and I normally got left with the, the crap out of the bunch. But I don't want to call all the figures crap, but I mean, the ones I wanted the most, he normally got because he was a couple years older. But I eventually got him, and I was just happy. He was one of my favorites. I've used them all the time, and now at this age, if something comes out, I get it for myself, and I'm just as happy. But anyways, here he is in the plastic dungeon. So much stuff in here. Get that pulled out. Check out the backdrop. Bunch of blues, a little bit of black. You got the star in the center and around on the corners. Very cool. Due to the size of this, we're just going to have no background for this video. And we're going to start going over the accessories. So I think normally we start with the knives. So let's go ahead and slice that tape right here. And we'll start getting these out. Alright, so knife number 1. I really like this one. This actually looks like something military that, he would carry. You have a nice sturdy handle. Nice thick blade. Probably has a great tang in there. So not only is it razor sharp, but it's also good for any type of, wear and tear you want to put on it. That looks really good. Cool. Next knife. So, got the black handle. You you have more gunmetal colored blade. You have this little kind of a razor hook at the front, probably to cut rope or something like that. So, nice. Moving on, we have his pistol. So this looks great as well. Really nice looking. I like it. Slightly modified. You can see that it's probably a basic 9mm. Almost looks like a Glock with a different type of handle on it. It has this little addition down at the end of the barrel onto the chamber, and then probably I would say it's a red light at the bottom. You got the hole at the end for a blast effect. Cool. Pop out his backpack. So this is a totally new sculpt, I believe. We have not seen this before, and I'm glad that we're getting it with a Shockwave, so that's awesome. A lot of detail in here. You see it's got a bunch of pockets and tools in there. The tools are all individually colored. You can see some pliers and a wrench. So cool stuff. This piece down here at the bottom. Inside here you have this little, maybe a data pad. Not sure exactly what it is, but it is removable, so that's cool. So keep in mind, I have no idea what this is for yet, but we'll figure it out. So awesome. Here's your peg. A couple slots on here, so I'm thinking we can fit some things in here, but we'll check it out. All right, next, we're gonna pop this helmet out. So that's nice. We get another one of these in a different color. So kind of a nice steel core helmet. Little antenna off the back. Got the red visor. Seems to be all gray with some black. Very nice, very nice. We're looking good, man. We're looking good, Hasbro. Keep it up. This is really nice looking. Doubt I'm going to use this. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have him displayed on the bike or not, but I'm probably not. So I will set that, like, just set this onto the bike somewhere. I mean, we'll see him in the video with it, but I'm not sure how far we're going to go with it. All right, now we're moving on to some SMGs here. So took this one out, and the little magazine popped off. But we've seen this one before. Very cool, all black. It's got the little green retractable grip up in the front. Get your green magazine that can come out and go back in. Double barrel, so really cool here. 2 holes at the end, so you can have blast effect in each if you like. Awesome gun. So now you have this sort of little Uzi type, kind of MAC-10 looking, weapon here. So pretty nice. You see, suppressor does come off. It looks like I'm pulling that off. Awesome. You can plug it right back in. Look at the front, there's a hole for a blast effect, and the magazine does not come out. I was talking with Mel over at Way I Got a Figure earlier, and he'd be like, this would be nice for mutt. And yeah, he's pretty on with that. This would look good with mutt. So if he's going to show it off, it's his idea. Let him show it in his video, but I wanted to give it a name drop because that's an awesome, very cool idea. Next up, we have a little drone here. So pretty cool. It's got these kind of silver gray legs. The rest of them is all black. Very drone-ish. Got that giant red eye on the front. I'm sure it's remote controlled somehow. Maybe that little tablet in his backpack is the remote for this. That would make sense. Yeah. Fly around, take some pictures, or have a live camera going on, seeing what's happening. Neat. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I think we could probably poke this into the top of his backpack. Just an idea, so we'll see. And then last up for the weapons, you have this heavy machine gun here. So you got a little handle off to the top, and this big old drum magazine here. You got some bullets coming out that can feed up into it. Really cool. You see the bipod does come down. It just kind of snap them pieces away, and there you go. Nice, nice, nice hole at the end of the barrel for a blast effect. We'll set that up on the plastic right here to give you an idea how it would sit on the ground if you just want to have it displayed like that. Very cool. All right, we're going to save Shockwave for last, so we're going to go ahead and start to pull out the Night Pursuit. Kind of a pain in the ass to pull out, but we got it out, and here it is. You know, definite reuse mold from the Ram. Very cool looking. You got the all gray, kind of this brownish, almost bronze seat. Some on the inside of the inner rims. I guess the rotors. Let me see. This little tube here looks like it's wrapped up. You have some of that like bronze accents in the shocks here, and a little in the front vents. I see your kickstand, so I roll up in the front or back, whichever way you want to do with it. Come around, that red light on the back. A little bit of mobility in these handlebars here, so they can move all around, you know, backward and forward. So kind of modified the way you want. And they do turn the wheel up front, so very cool. Nice kind of rubber wheels. And let's check out the rolling. Nice and smooth. So I'm very cool with that. Set that back down. Now you have a little side gun here. So a few pieces. Here's your wheel. Here's the inner side with the two pegs that will plug into the bike. And even on the inside, it kind of has some almost grated steel looking, or grated aluminum, whatever you want to do it, detail on the inside, so that's nice. And then the outside, Covert Special Task Force. Very cool. I like that a lot. All gray, and you have that more darker, almost black matte accent in there. Looks good. Take this out. We'll go ahead and pop our wheel on. And put it together something like that, just so you guys can get an idea. This wheel doesn't feel entirely smooth, but it works. So we'll set that down for a minute, and then we'll go over our Gatling gun here. So here it is, same as we've seen before. You know, the barrels can revolve around. You have that drum on the bottom, filled with ammo. You can slide it in and out. And if you don't have it in the bike, of course, a figure can hold it. Have them grip right here and here. You know. This was perfect for roadblock, and of course, until we got the Mob Deuce. So neat, very cool. Little holes at the barrels. They do hold blast effects, but it's kind of hard to get, you know, little small ones individually in there if you have enough of them. But it can hold them all. And very nice. Not too much of different colors. You know, you have the gray drum down here, and of course the black gun itself. So awesome. So go ahead and pop this apart again. And we'll get the gun loaded up. Go ahead and slide the barrel off. Flip the gun around. And you pop it on just like that. Put that wheel back on. And then close her on up. And you bring your Night Pursuit over and plug it right on in. Just like that. And you can lift the kickstand if you want. And then you got your bike. Cool. Set that back aside for a moment. And now we're going to go ahead and get the Shockwave. All right, here he is. Man, he looks good. Wow. Just looking it over, you know, it's like, man, this is great. Got some nice new parts on him. Not new for him, but like new figures in general. I can see he's got some scrap iron arms here, along with that logo on his right shoulder. Can't really tell with the torso, but them legs, they're the Retro Collection Duke. That's a definite. I can definitely see the detail in it. Very cool. They work great with this. I was kind of expecting, you know, some Stalker parts in here, but no, this is a Retro Duke, and they are scrap iron arms. All right, looking at the hat, you know, same hat we got before, just recolored. So you have the gray, and then they added that digital in there, so that digital is a nice touch. Oh, very cool. It's got the right thigh holster, left lower leg sheath. Vest, same as the first Shockwave release, just in a green color. You know, got a little bit of black in there. The gold bolts on the front and then your sheath. You also have that little, I believe this is probably just a comm link at the top. Overall, yeah, he looks great. Man, he looks just amazing. Well, you can check out the face. He's got the black mask, and if you notice the eye detail, you see he's got like the dark circles around his eyes, you know, like maybe he's been pulling some all-nighters or something, or he's just straight up strung out. Damn, he looks good. Looks real good. So we'll keep the hat aside for a moment. Where am I gonna put it? Put it right there. And then we'll check out the figure's articulation. All right, starting up at the head. The head is on a ball joint and can rotate full 360. The vest does not limit the mobility. You have that articulated neck, so the head can wiggle around. Head can move forward that far. Can move back or up that far, not too much. Over to the arms. Let's see, they can come up pretty good, about that high, and they can rotate full 360. You have your bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. Coming down to the hand, you have the hinge peg to rotate a full 360, and you can move it down and up. Very nice. This side, the hand with the hinge will allow it to go out and in. It's also nice mobility on the hands as well. The vest is pretty much taking up the whole chest. Not exactly sure what torso that is underneath, but if we could, you can move forward that far with the ab crunch and back that far, so not much at all with the vest. Down to these legs, these great retro Duke legs. I think they're awesome. You have your leg drop, put it back up, and for the fun of it, we'll put the leg out to the side and in front of him and back. He does have thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees, not like the pin knees with the first Shockwave. Down to the calf, you have rotation at the top of the boot and the bottom of the pants. Then the all black boots. Down to the ankle, you have that hinge to allow the foot to go that far forward, and can go that far up, bring it back down, and you got side to side pivot. So very cool. Articulation is absolutely great on the Shockwave figure, and probably couldn't be happier. Stands well on his own. Could probably use some Figure Lab stands in his feet, but for now we're gonna leave it like this. And I guess we'll go ahead and gear him up. But first, I want to check out the helmet on him. So you pop that on. There you go. Kind of gives me like a Black Manta vibe, but still neat. You know, especially if you want to have him on the bike. You know, throw the helmet on. So for the time being, I'm just gonna plop the helmet right on the seat right there, and then we'll start gearing him up. So first, we're gonna bring in this knife. And I believe this one's going to go in his boot sheath. Slide it down right there. And now this one is going to go in his vest sheath. I really like that knife. It's awesome. Pistol. Bring that in and place it into his thigh holster right here. Good stuff. Now the backpack, I'm waiting for this one. I'm gonna leave this little, I don't know, it's almost like an iPad type deal. I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm pretty sure it's the remote for that drone, but we don't need it for now. So I'm gonna plug it into his back. Man, that fits like a charm. Perfect. Now for the drone itself, like I was saying, I think this probably plugs into this. So you take the feet and slide them on a bit like that. There you go. Maybe it sits something like this. Kind of makes him look like Mickey Mouse. Yeah, so let's not do that. Let's go ahead and keep that up. We'll bring his hat back out. Whoops. And place that on right there. And now for 3 main guns. But I am gonna have him dual wielding. So we're gonna put this little MAC-10 looking weapon in his right hand. Maybe have him just coming at you, blasting. Pew pew pew. And we're gonna put this one in his left. So the hands are good too. They're not super stiff. They hold the guns nicely. We're gonna put that out and hold it up. So he's ready for action. For this one, I think I am gonna have to put some stands in his feet. So let's go ahead and grab a couple. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pop a figure lab stand in each foot, just to give him, some more stability and balance. It's kind of top heavy, especially with the weapons and the backpack on. So this will kind of balance him out to be able to stand up a little better. So get him like that. Go ahead and plug his backpack back in. Stuff on up in there. Yeah. Go ahead and bring the heavy machine gun back in. I think we're gonna have to leave the bipod out so we can display it on the ground. So unfortunately, I don't know where this would connect to him at. I mean, I'm sure we can do something with it, but for now, that's what we're doing. So also, here he is. Man, he looks absolutely phenomenal. Love this figure. Number 3 is of the anticipated figures of the year, and so far I'm 3 for 3. Jinx, Beachhead, now Shockwave. Perfect. Can't wait for the next one. But let's go ahead and bring out the other Shockwave as comparison. All right, so here they are side by side. They look great together. You could even use these as different figures if you wanted to, but I'm so happy with the look and the new weapons that they gave him. A couple of changes, a couple of similarities, but the parts that they use just really make almost a totally different figure, and I really like it. I think the one thing we're missing is probably one of these riot control shields. I think that'd been cool to include in this, but I mean, you're getting a Night Pursuit ram cycle, so I don't think you'd complain too much. It would be neat if they made like an area in the front of this to where you could actually connect the shield. I think that would be really cool. Have like an opening, or maybe you could still use that little, I guess, camera to look into the back of the shield and see where he's going. Something like that would have been neat, but can't complain too much. We got a lot out of this set. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and throw him up onto the turntable and give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 127, Night Force, Jason, Shockwave, FARIA, and Night Pursuit Cycle. Part of the Walmart exclusive Night Force collection. So, very, very cool. This figure looks absolutely amazing. I'm totally thrilled. He's just, like I say, I'm 3 for 3. 3 anticipated figures, 3 back to back to back. And this one is a definite, must-have of 2024. I absolutely love it. This figure looks great. Some of the parts that they added into the figure itself, they are reused, nothing new, but you got them retro dupe legs, which I think are perfect for the figure. They have the nice, like, little rigid pieces of texture in there. Gives them a nice feel. The waist on it's nice. Adding that digital camo to it looks fucking perfect. Coming up through the arms, using the scrap iron arms was also a great idea. I think they look really good on the figure. Bunch of reused weapons, but new weapons for the figure, so it gives him more of an arsenal, and I really think it works out. The main bonus is that backpack. That backpack is amazing. I love it, especially added with that drone. It really fits the figure. I don't have any real complaints about this. I think it's absolutely amazing. The Night Cycle, it's a nice upgrade of the Ram, new paint scheme. Everything looks great on it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So it's nice to get another Ram cycle for the figures and one for Night Force. It's really awesome. I don't know if I would go out to buy a second one just to have another one of these bikes and put it with another Night Force figure, but you know, it's definitely tempting, and I'm really thinking about it. But overall, this figure set is absolutely loaded. You get a ton of gear, accessories. The figure itself is just, it's worth the whole set. And I would say definitely pick it up if you get a chance. I don't know if you want to check your Walmarts. Walmart shipped this to me first. Hasbro Pulse did charge me and went to ship me another one, but I actually called them to cancel it because I don't think I need to. I just don't think I'm gonna go about it. And I don't know, maybe someday down the line I might pick another one up and throw it with one of the other figures. Maybe throw a shooter on it or something. But I can't wait to set these up with some more of the Night Force figures, and this is gonna look great. If you don't have it yet, definitely pick it up. I really think it's worth it. It's a great grab, and everything is awesome. Especially if you go into Walmart, and some people are getting lucky and getting the figure for 38 bucks. So I'm not sure if it's still available, but you know, check it out. It doesn't hurt to try. Definitely a great deal, especially with everything that you get with this. So give it a shot. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.